Hey folks, Brian Blessing coming to you from Las Vegas, and we're geared up for a busy Thursday. One NBA game. We look forward to the All-Star break, but then we've got hockey, we've got college basketball, and another golf tournament starts out at Pebble Beach, the AT&T, the Pro-Am deal, but still an opportunity to make some money. And I always say this with the golf now, the appetite of the industry and how things have changed. You get head-to-head matchups in rounds 2, 3, and 4. It's not just, hey, we got a golf tournament that got underway, and then that's the end of it. This is a fluid, ongoing deal that there's a chance to make money throughout the course of the weekend on the golf, and I think it bears close watching throughout the course of the summer months. Featured pick of the day, oddsworthbetting.com. The guys will cherry pick something really solid off the menu that is offered here on a Thursday. So check out the feature pick of the day from the folks at oddsworthbetting.com. As for that NBA game, it's Cleveland at Chicago. Cavs the night after playing the Miami Heat. They will take on Chicago, and that could be when push comes to shove down the road, a very interesting postseason potential matchup. So we'll watch that one, and then we'll look forward to the weekend with the All-Star game. I shouldn't say look forward to it. It's the All-Star game. A little catch our breath, and then we'll come back with the push towards the playoffs in the NBA. And then college basketball is kind of a unique night. We're going to get a chance to see a lot of different teams on the TV games. Very light night in terms of the top 25. Loyola Marymount will be at Gonzaga with a very tough test against the Zags. Pac-12, Stanford at Utah, and SMU back in the top 25, number 25 in the country. They will take on Houston, hitting the road there. Other games that we'll be able to keep tabs on: an improved Purdue team at Rutgers. St. Mary's and BYU has the potential to be a pretty good basketball game. In the Pac-12, Cal's at Colorado. And there's another TV game. Santa Clara is going to go against San Francisco. Hey, let me tell you about the National Hockey League. We told you in this space that this is the time teams are going to start making a push for the playoffs. The trade deadline on March 2nd. Blockbuster deal pulled off on Wednesday in the NHL, and it could open the floodgates for monster deals with teams that are going to go for it here. The Winnipeg Jets, with disgruntled power forward Evander Kane, who's already out for the season, trade him to Buffalo. And this is a team that has their eyes set on the first pick of the draft, at worst the second pick of the draft, with a generational player in Connor McDavid and Jack Eichel coming out. And they feel that either of these kids are going to be able to set Kane up and make this a very competitive team down the road. But the Jets went for it. Fifth in the West, they pick up former Calder Trophy winning defenseman Tyler Myers, offensive defenseman. He's a monster, has plenty of upside, but it's the pieces underneath where the Jets really make out. They get Drew Stafford, Joel Armia, a prospect playing in Rochester who has big upside. The real nugget in the deal, I believe, is you get Brendan Lemieux, who was the first pick of the second round by the Sabres, going over to Winnipeg. And that's a kid I think's got a lot of upside. Going back to Buffalo, Bogosian's a very solid defenseman, so that's a nice piece for the Sabres. And then a goaltender, Kasdorf, who is a prospect. And unless Tim Murray in Buffalo thinks this goalie's going to be something special, it's hard for me at first blush to say both teams win this deal. I think the Jets make out in the long term, but a Buffalo team that has really no offensive stars do get Kane, and they were already in tank mode looking ahead to next year. But a monster deal, and it opens the floodgates for what's going to happen. And watch for games to start going under the total now as teams start putting their playoff faces on. It's a very unique and money-making time of year in the National Hockey League. And on Thursday night, we got a number of games. That Winnipeg team with the new faces, you got to believe that Myers and Stafford for sure will be there. And maybe they even bring Armia up and give him a shot. But they will play Nashville, and that's a good game with two teams that are having a nice season in the Western Conference. Toronto's at the Islanders. The Leafs are just been floating off for a long time. Islanders having a strong campaign. I think they may taper off a little bit here down the road, but not necessarily on this evening. Edmonton's playing hard, still the second worst team in the league, but they do play hard each night at Montreal. Pittsburgh's at Ottawa, Rangers at Colorado, and the Calgary Flames playing great hockey since the All-Star break. They'll be taking on the LA Kings, who are back home, and the Kings are a team fighting to get into the postseason. Busy day coming up. Odds Worth Betting featured pick of the day available to you right below this video.